Welcome back to Monday Evening Football Daily Show. Guys, do we have some shit we need to talk about today? Um, Nick, potentially Miles Teller, breaking news about Aaron Rodgers potentially?
In a
Bro, he posted on Twitter, cheers to signing with the Packers, and it's him and I believe his wife with some drinks, and it's those two. And so like you don't know who's signing with the Packers, but they're saying cheers. So to me, he's been hanging out with Rodgers all last weekend. And bro, could you imagine if David Packhouse of AEY and Aaron Rodgers went through the triangle of death, which was the media storm, just to come out on the other side of this saying like, haha, media, like, no, things are great. I got my extension. They committed to me. It's what I wanted. We worked through some things. That would be a great story,
amazing,
and I'm here for it.
amazing. See, in a late and man, in a late night tweet. Well, late night
Yeah,
East Coast time
10:03.
because for them they're in Hawaii, so I don't know that time difference. But for them, it wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't really late night. But man, he just dropped that bomb, and it's like, I mean, I doubt, his
is
wife is signing with the Packers, so I
I saw
doubt.
David Bakhtiari put like laughing emoji because like obviously it's like there's something going like those guys are all in on it
Yeah,
and
like
we're not in on it. And I think they're all loving that.
yes, yes, I think they are
For
too,
sure.
and it's like, well. If what the odd thing is like you just don't know because
Yeah, true.
I try to look at it from the sense of like it appears to me that Aaron Rodgers and Miles Teller have a bit of like a bromance type of friendship that any
Yeah,
regular person would have. And
for
you
sure.
and I both know that like if you and I, for example, were on vacation and there was a media circus going around and we were both multimillionaires, that you may, for example, think it was funny to like throw something like that out there with no possible like actual like facts behind it. Like
Sure.
so
Yeah.
that's like the negative side of my brain, right? But then the
Yeah.
positive side is like, but then again, we are close enough friends, such as Miles Teller and Aaron Rodgers. I think you and I are probably closer than those two, but let's assume it's the same type of
Yeah.
close friendship. He probably would ask him, right? That's the more positive side of like it probably you're right. Like they would be in cahoots in some type of little like
Yeah.
conspiracy. Bakhtiari, that's Rodgers got like what are
Yep.
we
It's like all those guys that were at the Kentucky Derby, AJ Hawk even included.
yep,
Like they gotta know. They all probably have a better idea of what's going on than they let
for
on.
sure.
But it is yeah, and maybe it's the more optimistic side of me seeing this and just like running with it because like hey, it fits my narrative, so like let's go as a
Oh
Packers
yeah,
fan,
no doubt.
you know. But
No doubt.
hey, I think there might be something to this, and I'm excited to see how it plays
Oh,
out
for sure.
because if it plays out the way I think it's gonna play out, great. If that's like just the biggest troll in the world, bro, I don't know if I could be a Miles Teller fan after this, to be honest
I
with you.
agree.
But he has put out some great work, throughout his career. I mean, he played himself in the movie Project X, so that's like a legendary move in my book.
Absolutely. The
So hopefully he's coming through with the breaking news that's like,
what was your text?
people aren't noticing.
What was your text last
Hmm?
night to me? The fact that Miles Teller is
Well,
involved in all of this is is the like the
oh,
best.
it's the icing on
Yeah, that's what it
the
was.
cake.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, he
like
so what like so here's my question, right?
mhm.
If it's not like a goof, right? If it's not a goof,
Yeah,
if it's some sort of in some way, shape, or form coordinated, even if it's barely coordinated. My question
yeah.
is like, what do you think the reason for that is? Like if they're on the same page, like if Rogers is like yeah, post it, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if he's on the other end of the camera taking that photo and he's like, yeah, bro, post it. Like what is the reason?
We need to find out who was in that restaurant. Yeah, for sure. Like I guess. Well, it depends because like there's probably so many conversations still happening behind the
Uh,
scenes. Like even though like Rogers isn't there and whatnot, like I'm sure there are a lot of conversations, and I'm hoping conversations on like management side is like, hey, yeah, we do have like some stuff to like that they maybe owned
uh,
up to,
uh,
or you know admitted that like you're right, we should have probably shown a bigger investment in you because like you have done a lot for Green Bay, like because maybe it is something just as simple as that, like hey, like yeah, we just just owned were accountable for their
Uh-huh.
actions, I think Rodgers would take that as like a good sign, and then maybe that would be enough to warrant something like this.
Yeah.
Because like he knew he would sign an extension. Like maybe it was like it wasn't working because he wasn't sure, and then maybe some conversations have happened since the Kenny Mayne ESPN thing, and maybe for the better. That's my optimistic
Okay.
side, the very optimistic side
Yep.
of me. So, but what about you? What
I
do you
think
think?
it's interesting because I do think if Miles Teller and Aaron Rodgers like coordinated putting that out, it
Mhm.
can only speak to like that for some reason Aaron wants like this media circus,
Yeah,
like for some reason, because you know it's gonna happen. So like if
yeah,
it's not a goof, like if it's not just like they're just drunk in Hawaii like shit posting and
yeah.
like just whatever. If it's like really like a hey man, yeah, post it type of thing, it's like it seems like he wants like this media circus, which is very interesting. Like I don't know, is there something going on in that side of this that makes me wonder? Like, does he know, oh, I'm coming back to the Packers? Do the Packers know, oh, he's coming back to the Packers?
Yeah.
But this is like trying to keep Aaron Rodgers like he's playing in the golf thing. He just hosted Jeopardy. It's like let's keep
Yeah.
this drama alive a little bit. He's
Yeah.
about to get married. Like is Aaron Rodgers trying to stay in the public eye for some reason? Like, is he trying to use it to
And
get Jeopardy or something like that?
this goes back to this take,
Uh huh.
Nick, about keeping your team in the news. It makes it relevant. This could be a ploy
Yep.
by Rodgers to keep the Green Bay Packers so in the spotlight, because that's good for the whole team. Keep jersey sales, stuff like that. Now that's like maybe that's very conspiracy theorist a little bit because like we don't really
Right.
know. That's very hypothetical, but like there is potentially something to that of keeping your team in the spotlight and having like a narrative around your team that like was going to be there anyway with drama, from the media.
Yep.
But
Like if you,
if they resolve their issues and they both know, maybe they do kind of lean into it and be like, "Hey, Rogers, we'll allow you to go do some more things that you might want to do in the off
yep.
season when we're in training camp or stuff like that."
Yep.
But like,
Dude, it's fascinating because like I don't I it's wild, man. That very well could be it. Like because why else would you want to keep staying in the spotlight like this? And like why would you like it's just like also all in your control. Like you could just tell Miles Teller
yeah,
not to post that or tell him to delete it or whatever. Like so like
and I feel
like
like he's the type of guy that would.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And so it's like
Like,
he obviously wants this spotlight. I also kind of think that it could be awesome if it's like an Aaron Rodgers like confidence thing. Like he's like, yo, I just won the MVP and we have everyone coming back. So like I know when I go back to Green
yeah,
Bay, like with Matt LaFleur's offense, like we are just gonna roll through the NFL. Like bring all the drama. Like I want all eyes on us as we steamroll the league this year. As like all eyes over here, like, come on. Yeah, you guys think I'm happy in Green Bay? Come
oh,
cover that every
that's
week as I just
that's the take.
blast the
That's
NFL.
that's the take I'm here for. And then
Like,
at the end of the season, the Green Bay Packers are like, okay, Aaron Rodgers, do you want to buy the team and be the owner of the Green Bay Packers? And everyone's going to be like, yeah, because they went undefeated, won the Super Bowl, better than
it's,
that Miami Dolphins team. And man,
dude, it's
now
like,
that's the take.
it's
Here
like
for
this
Nick.
dude just won MVP, right? He just played in the NFC Championship game. Then he spends all offseason being like, hey, look at the Packers, everyone. And also all offseason doing just a bunch of non football stuff. Like this dude's, you see him, he doesn't look in amazing shape in Hawaii. He's doing Jeopardy, he's drinking. Like, I'm sure he's working out, and I'm not saying that, but the media is going to portray it like he didn't like prepare for the season.
Yes,
And so it's like I don't know, man. I kind of feel like they had the best offense in the league last year, and he's now going to go into a third year with all of the same players and the head coach. Like he might just be like, "Oh, no one will be able to stop us." Like the rest of the NFL hasn't realized that yet. Like we're unstoppable. Like in his mind, he might be like, "Yo, we would have won the Super Bowl if like our defensive coordinator didn't like forget to play prevent defense at the end of the first half, like in the NFC Championship game." Like he might be like, "Yo, like come on, all eyes over here. Watch what we do this year." Like The
Yeah.
reality of it is it's so rare in the NFL that you're going to get all these pieces back with the coach, with the offense that you know. All these things are like in place for him to just shred the league. They have this crazy schedule. Everything one thinks like, oh, I don't know. Like he might just be sitting there like, dude, are you kidding me? I throw like 3 interceptions a season. Like, wait till you see what I got for you guys. Like it
Yeah.
could be, it very well could be, man. I don't know. I don't know what this is, or it's just a goof and he's out there dicking around, and like that's kind of also like, I mean, all right, like as long as you re-sign, bro. But I do agree with you. The most interesting thing of all of it is the fact that Bakhtiari like commented on it immediately.
Yeah, laughing
To me,
emoji.
that's
And
fascinating.
I'm sure, like, Bakhtiari probably follows Miles Teller, so like he probably just saw it on his timeline if he just said, you know, scrolling through Twitter or whatever. So,
That's the thing.
you know,
Is
but it is kind of
I
interesting.
wonder. Let's see if Twitter real quick is just a buzz this morning. Like, let's see what if I just type in Aaron Rodgers. Let's like see what we.
I don't. It's not that much of a buzz, Nick, from what I saw earlier.
Yeah, it's really not. Like E News is the first one that I see.
Yeah,
So it's not
it's
even like
not. This
E.
is,
Oh my gosh. So maybe here's the other thing. Is it possible that the mainstream sports media is trying to ignore this because if they address this, it kind of is like, oh, now we don't have this to talk about every day, and all we have is Julio Jones. So if we just kind of ignore this, we can keep with our like, oh, I don't know, is he coming back? Is he not? Like we haven't had any clues yet. Like if they just,
I'm gonna throw some. I'm gonna throw some fire on this, Nick, and I'm just gonna
uh,
tag a couple people that I think could potentially run with the story as a reply.
uh, yeah, for sure. I think,
Oh, actually, I know.
yeah, for sure. Because if the,
Um,
hmm,
Pretty big Packers fan, right?
it's who's a pretty big Packers fan? Me? Yeah, yeah,
Beautiful.
it's weird. It's like it's not so.
Yeah, it's not really talked about. There's not, but maybe people don't know the connection there. Maybe they don't know, and who knows? Maybe there's nothing to this, Nick. Maybe we overreacted. Overreaction Fridays, right?
Yeah, I mean,
But maybe not.
that's the
But
thing
maybe
because
not.
why? Like it's yeah, man. It's weird that it's not getting picked up more by the sports media. It feels like because that's an odd. Like, why are you
Yeah.
guys choosing like to dismiss this? Like you're just like, oh, whatever. Like this could be as real as anything else.
Yep, for
You
sure.
know, I'm not saying that it definitely is, but it could be, and that's like what's so fascinating about it. And oh man, and we head into the weekend, you know, so now it's like,
Yep.
now the coverage of it, like I doubt anything's going to happen in the next couple days, but man,
Yeah.
what a wild
It'll be.
scenario. Like man, there is a perfect world in all this where like he does just get offered a large contract. They figure out a way to extend Devonte Adams, and then
Yep.
they kind of get it all wrapped up, kind of nice and neatly. Like he reconciles with the front office in the next couple of weeks, like before training camp, and all that happened was like he's been in the league 17 years, and like this is his off season where he's engaged, and he didn't want to do OTAs, and like at the
Yeah.
end of it, like that's really all that comes out of it. Like he's happy.
Well,
He's like it
that.
very well could get wrapped up nice and neatly like that in like a you know.
Yeah, and I feel like for the most part, the people involved, I feel like they're not. I mean, and maybe I can be completely wrong, but I don't get that the front office has any ill will intention. So I'm hoping like the more human nature side of just the people come out and can just come together and just resolve this issue. Because yeah, that would to me that's not the storyline that the media wants to portray, but
Right,
that's a fucking great storyline in itself
for
that
sure.
they were able to rectify the situation, resolve it. Came just like appealed to more of the human nature side of things that Rogers really kind of pointed out is missing from time to time in these NFL organizations.
For sure.
So that would be to me that would be just as great of a storyline. But we'll see.
For
We'll
sure.
see what comes of it today. I feel like maybe some news pops off a little bit, maybe not. We'll see.
The celebration that will happen in this here freaking studio.
Over here too.
If
I'm
today we
gonna
find out
brick wall, bro. Is what I'm gonna do.
you've never seen, gosh, man, it is exciting. It is exciting to see some positive news on this for a change. So,
Oh, for sure.
dude,
Yeah. So,
what Friday?
hey, we're here for it. Hey, it might be overreaction Friday. It might be an underreaction Friday. We don't really know yet. We're just kind of middle reacting, kind of both
That's
sides.
what it is.
But hey, it's been a great episode. We'll be back Monday morning for the Monday Evening Daily Show fan cast. Also, if you're looking for regular NFL news, feel free to sign up for our daily newsletter. We got a lot of news information in there for you. And then also we have our Monday evening football preview show on Monday nights. So feel free to check that out as well. Nick, do you have anything for the people at home?
Go Pack Go. That's all I got today there, Scott.
Miles Teller, I think he might be my hero.
That's our guy.
All right, you guys have a good one.